that.
So it's Friday today as of the recording, and when I thought that, well, it's actually Saturday morning considering that it's past midnight now. Nonetheless, pretty much just wanted to talk about the importance of a reflection, as the week kind of comes to a close. It's very important to reflect back, and this is something that I'm starting to kind of implement more. And the reason for that is because, it doesn't have to be a daily thing, Sometimes it's a little bit hard to do it daily, but weekly and even monthly is a good thing to go by, because it kind of keeps you stay on track of where you want to kind of go, and then obviously understand each week as it passes through each season and its challenges as well as opportunities. And it pretty much just makes you stay on track with what you kind of want to do, despite even having maybe a bad day or even a couple of bad days. And then obviously you've got yearly goals as well, or yearly sort of reflections. People normally do it yearly, they set their New Year's resolutions and all that stuff. But yeah, also it kind of allows you to realize, like, what are you spending your day-to-day life on? Like, how well are you really utilizing the time? There are so many sheep. But yeah, sometimes we get really caught up, like kind of mindlessly strolling through life, which again isn't a problem sometimes, because it's gonna happen at some point, to some degree, to be honest. But obviously you want to stay on track with where you want to go, so we don't really want that always. You want to be kind of a bit more vigilant with your time, and also making use of it a little bit more to make your life more fulfilling, and not only fulfilling but rewarding. Also, another kind of side benefit that I noticed, I haven't completely implemented it, but from the times I used to, I'd say, it kind of helps you remember. Sometimes, obviously, we've got a lot of weeks that kind of go on. We have, like, I think it's 52 every year, something like that. And as a result, you might just sometimes get so lost in the process of life that you can't even remember what happened last week in detail. And so sometimes, reflecting and also noting down what happened is like a really good way to kind of boost your memory up. It's pretty crazy, with all the sort of like distractions around us, how little we actually remember sort of previous days and weeks and months. Normally we can just like remember a few things from the day before. That's about it. Which I think is a pretty serious problem, because you're just living, again, like I was saying earlier, more mindlessly than mindful. And it's very easy to kind of get caught up in the trap of just living rather than, living for what you want. Also, I was thinking, I've said it in a few of our other videos as well, but I don't know what mod pack to try out on this game, because I saw that there were like a few story modes and stuff like that. And again, Skyblock, it's a pretty long process, but if we're playing Minecraft, then why not? As for Night Runners, if you are used to obviously watching me play that game, I'll probably be back on it tomorrow, because I haven't played that in a few days actually. But yeah, I'd say as well, with the whole kind of reflection thing, is obviously it sounds kind of boring, because it's like, oh man, why'd I have to write down or do any of that stuff? Which, yeah, is perfectly fine. You can always think about it more often. But if you were to write it down, I'd probably say write down the sort of emotional, I guess, responses you had in each week. What triggered you, what didn't trigger you, all that, all that kind of self-discovery stuff. Pretty much just want to do that, really. Or if you don't want to, you can always take a mental note, but it's going to obviously be better on the physical side. Maybe we'll do a little fishing in this game. It's stronger.
Okay. That.
And to be honest, even with like the horror reflection thingy, it's, say for example, you might have had a pretty bad week maybe. It will just help you better navigate through if that kind of week kind of happens again, and you're just way better prepared. It really is a pretty simple like kind of way of just getting to know yourself better. But again, in application, it's obviously going to seem like to be a lot harder than in theory. But I definitely recommend it.
Okay, good.
But yeah, little bit of a short one today again. Mainly because I just want to chill out and rest today. Well, not to say I don't in these videos. But yeah, it's a pretty small topic. It's just to kind of remind you guys to just remember to reflect sometimes and take some time for yourself. Sometimes we always live way too rushed, and it's not very efficient in terms of what we're kind of producing as a result of that. Yeah, you heard what I said. That pig was looking at me like he actually could hear me. Even the chicken. We're getting a whole kind of audience here. Look at this. But yeah, on that note, peace and blessings to you all. Remember to reflect so that you can become better over time. Peace and blessings to you all, and I'll see you next time.